right out the gate, I had to wake up at like 5:30 in the morning to take a train to go to the Tokyo station to take the Shinkansen to Kyoto. It was early. The Shinkansen wasn't too bad. Honestly, it was a little confusing with the ticket and getting through, but honestly, I dealt with it. I didn't bring any suitcases. I luggage forwarded it, which actually was bad the first time. They like lost my luggage. It took like an extra day and a half to get where it was supposed to go, and I didn't have clothes for like the rest of Kyoto, but it's okay. I accepted it. So I even did the whole sit on the one side to see Mount Fuji, but that day was so cloudy, I ain't see no Mount Fuji. I did go ahead and get a bento box to do the whole experience. It was okay. It was kind of cold. I think I could have went some further in the station to find a better bento box, but this one was all right. I don't remember what it was, but it was good. So I arrived at the Kyoto International Manga Museum, I think about 9:30, and it opened at 10 a.m. and there was already a line. But as soon as 10 a.m. hit, it was a free-for-all. We all walked right in, and there were like 2 separate lines. You have to show your QR code, and then from there, literally, it was a mad dash to the character portrait. Like, people bumped into me, people skipped me. Like, you didn't even have a second to really look and think. You just had to get in a line, get your name on the list. And I will tell you, it took like 15 minutes and all the reservations were done. Like, it was closed. And luckily I did get one, and it was in like an hour and a half, so I had a lot of time to like adventure around the manga museum before I did my character portrait. If you turn right, there's all these translated manga, like translated in English, Danish, French, like all the languages. So this is where a lot of people like went to go look, because obviously the rest of the manga in the manga museum was Japanese, and there was these little areas, an area if you wanted to interact with real mangaka and kind of get advice, I think. And I did see people going here and like drawing with them. It looked really cute. If you turned a little bit over, there was a little area where people left their little drawings for the manga museum, which I thought was a really cute thing. And right next to that was the manga museum stamps, and I've been collecting stamps throughout this trip, so when I saw it I was very excited. They have their own little mascot character, which is like this little pen thing, and so I was able to get some stamps. So the manga museum had aisles on aisles on aisles of just manga, and again, this manga anyone could read if they wanted to. I really enjoyed just looking at the manga, like opening them up. I saw a lot of titles that I've never seen in the US, and these are ones that like I read way back when, so it was really fun to see them because they never got translated into English. So I really liked seeing that. I just really adore manga, so this was a really good time for me. Also, there were different areas where people could actually like take the manga and read it. Like, they had a beautiful outside area where people could go, and there was even like a little children's area where children could read manga and kind of play. It was a very cute area. Other than manga, this museum had a lot of exhibits. They had a lot of different exhibits as you went up the floors. A lot of these exhibits, I think most of them, you could not record them, so I don't have any footage of it, but they were really good. It gave a lot of information about the history of manga. There was an area which I loved, which it just talked about like the different aspects of manga, the history of manga, where it started, the different demographics. It had different like moments in manga history that were important, because if you even think about it, like the manga museum is talking about history. Like, this is the history of this art, like this form of art, which I think was really cool. There was like a section where you could find the manga released by the year. So I went to the year that I was born and I checked out the manga that were released at that time. I feel like I could have spent like an entire day just like really like looking through the mangas, going through like every aspect of every exhibit. Like it was so interesting, but I didn't have a lot of time. It had this really cool bird statue thing. I don't remember reading exactly what this was, but it was there. They even had a place where you can take like pictures, like a photo booth. And before I knew it, it was time for me to do my character portrait. So a great thing that the Manga Museum offers is that they have mangaka certain days, and they literally will draw your picture in like their art style for a certain amount of money. I don't remember how much money I spent. I think it was like around 20 to 30 US dollars. I walked over to my mangaka. I did have to wait a little bit because I think the person in front of me, it took a little bit longer than expected. It was my time to go ahead and get my character portrait. I chose to get one of me in a kimono because I thought, oh, that's cute. That would be a really good souvenir. And it is my favorite souvenir from this trip. So it made me very happy. I think it took me about 20-ish minutes. The person, she was very nice. She listened to me. She asked what colors I wanted my kimono to be. She asked what details I wanted. It was a little awkward because I knew she was like staring at me to like draw me, and it made me nervous. But she made me come out so cute. You guys, look at it. I look so cute. I do look a little lighter skinned, but you know, it is what it is. I kind of figured. And I really liked it. It was a really cool experience. I definitely recommend it. But again, you have to get there early. So after all that adventuring around the manga museum, I actually finished up inside of the gift shop. You couldn't record the gift shop. I ended up buying a book on the history of kind of like shoujo manga. And I also got this picture that I framed of the characters from Rich Hat Atelier, Coco. If you're ever in the Kyoto area, I definitely recommend the International Manga Museum. I think there's so much to see and so much to do, and if you're a fan of manga, it is like a little paradise. After checking into my Kyoto hotel, I took a quick trip to Nishiki Market. I don't know what happened to my footage, you guys. It's like missing, but I did go. It was super crowded, but that's kind of normal. I did feel like I couldn't go full big back mode because it was so many people. It felt very overstimulating, but I did get a chance to stop at this little 2D cafe and get some drinks. After Nishiki Market, I really wanted to go to the Kyoto Pokemon Center. So this is my first Pokemon Center. I went to quite a few during this trip, coincidentally, but this one was really cute. It was on the smaller side. It was kind of hard to find, honestly. Like when you go upstairs, it was a little confusing, but that could have been just me. But when you go in, it was Ho-Oh and Pikachu, and there were so many cute things. There were so many cute plushies. I was searching for my favorite Pokemon, so my favorite Pokemon was Absol, and I was able to get an Absol little plushie keychain there, so I was really happy. Just looking at everything, like they had not only just plushies, like different like outfits, clothes, like stationery, everything you can think of. It had like everything Pokemon related. I was able to get some, I guess, blind bags or blind boxes. I wanted this little blind box that I really wanted Absol. That's the character I wanted. I did not get them. Exploring Kyoto at night was one of my favorite experiences. Being able to just walk and soak up all the architecture, the beautiful lanterns, the lights. It was very lively. There were a lot of people just enjoying themselves everywhere. I even took a quick little trip to the Gion district at night, which was really cool. I would have to say, with all the hiking and the cobblestone, it was definitely a trip, but it was definitely worth it because I saw some of the most unique and beautiful architecture and shrines here in Kyoto that it was just astounding. You gotta crawl through. For dinner in Kyoto, I went to this really famous place called Duck and Noodles. It was kind of hard to find, and to be honest, there was it was in this scary alleyway that I was like, oh my god, and the line was crazy. I did have to wait a little bit, but it was so good. It's a really small spot inside to eat, but their duck noodles were so good. I have to say, it's probably one of my favorite meals of my entire trip. And that ends my third day here in Japan. I ended up with a total of 24,917 steps. See you next time.